All right, these are good as meals, snacks, really any time of day. They can be sweet, savory, but Reed will tell you they're always delicious.
I love them. Tonight we're going to head to the Gulu-Gulu Cafe in Salem to check out the Apple Brie Crepe. Dylan brings it to us, tonight's dish.
Crepes are really catching on. They're a simple snack you can whip up anytime.
We're going to do a savory crepe with a buckwheat flour batter, and we're going to fill it with apple and brie.
Laura Potter of the Gulu-Gulu Cafe in Salem shows us how it's done.
First, I would start getting your pan hot, so we'll set this to medium. So let that warm up while we actually make the batter. I would go with a cup of buckwheat flour, a cup of just all-purpose white flour, a teaspoon of salt, and a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. If you want to turn that on to stir, and we'll just slowly add the milk. And we want no lumps at all.
Okay.
The important thing is to get the consistency of the batter. If it's too thick, it won't spread around your pan, but if it's too thin, the crepe will rip.
The batter should resemble a thin pancake batter. Next, spread some butter in a hot pan.
You should hear it kind of sizzle, because that'll tell you that it's hot enough.
Perfect.
Scoop some out. I would say maybe a half a cup. Kind of swirl around in the pan so that it gets nice and thin. And we'll just let that cook there.
Okay.
While that's cooking, we can get our filling ingredients ready. And we're just using a regular Granny Smith apple here, nice and ripe, a little bit tart, which kind of will offset the buckwheat a little bit. And then the brie, for a crepe this size, I would cut this into maybe a third.
Okay.
And then you can get the rind off.
With our filling ready to go, we check on the crepe.
If you give it a shake, it should move around. That means it's doing pretty well on the other side.
Are you going to take a chance to flip it or use the spatula?
I'll use the spatula today.
Oh, so it gets nice, good
It should
texture.
have a little bit of color, just
Okay.
like that's actually perfect. I like to put the cheese in first so it's closest to the heat,
Okay.
so it'll melt. Put the apple right in the center. I like to let it cook open so that the underside of the crepe gets that same color that we just got on the top.
Finally, fold in the sides, and you're done.
The filling is delicious, but the crepe is so delicate. It's delicious.